Ho! What is up, you guys? My name is Mr. and welcome back to Changeling Tale! I'm completely over one sickness, and I think I'm starting to catch another cold, though, because I've been working out in the fucking cold for the past several days. Hopefully not. Hopefully it's just me just being a big baby. Anyway, moving right back along with the story. Which save file did we leave off on? I don't remember. Ah, there it is. Oh yeah, Grace was floating so majestically. Alright, so we have Grace laughs and paddles circles just offshore, still full of energy. I can't help it. I'm in my element. She undeniably is, and as I watch for her form splashing about, I wonder once again at how much she's grown. Malcolm, I see the way you're looking at me. There's a lot to take in, is all. Ow. I'm still getting used to the new you. Oh, by all means, drink it in. I'll drink it in, all right. Baby! She pulls herself up onto the beach and angles herself quite seductively. My heartbeat quickens as she pats her haunch. Perhaps you'd like to take a ride right here on the beach. Oh, baby. Her hungry eyes send shivers through me. I want this badly, but I can't shake off an uneasy feeling. I'd love to, but I'd best get back to Hazel. Hazel? As Grace flips over, she looks at me like I'm out of my mind. Maybe I am. Of course. How could I compete with that classy mare? It's not like that. Malcolm, dear, I'm not dense. What's wrong, truly? You can tell me. I don't know if I should. What if she doesn't understand? I'm not sure I understand myself. All I know is that if I don't explain the reason behind my hesitation, the scene will replay again and again. Do you remember the things that Douglas said about your nature, your size? How can I forget? Grace rolls her eyes and tries to reassure me. Don't worry about the ramblings of a superstitious sailor. He wouldn't know an Hugelfest from a sardine. Maybe, but he seems to enjoy doing his research. Is that what I am, a research specimen? You are quite a bit different from the rest of us, Grace. In all the good ways. Finally, I come out and say it. Grace, what if you keep changing, growing? What if, on this one point, he is right? She gets up and looks down at her own body and smiles and shrugs. It doesn't feel like something that would bother me in the slightest. Her smile turns upside down. But it would bother you, wouldn't it? Can you blame me? What if I were 10 times your size? Wouldn't you be intimidated? Grace licks her lips. That's actually quite tempting. Grace, you're not being realistic, and you know it. No, you're right, but we don't know if there are more changes to come. She hesitates as if, like me, she doesn't want to offend. Malcolm, don't you see? It doesn't matter to me. I know in my heart what's best for me. My destiny, and I'll always be Grace. Whatever the future has in store for me, for us, you know what? It can't be worse than our past. 1,000 unbidden memories flood in, and I believe her, even if the sentiment is bittersweet. I completely agree, because I mean, I understand his hesitation here, because it does circle around Malcolm and his aura, I guess you can consider it, to every time he gets in coitus with these girls or something like that, it ends up triggering a new transformation in it, and the girls, and they always end up changing further. So I understand his hesitation to it, but at the same time, fuck it. I mean, they're going to be them no matter what form they take, so fuck it. Go for it. And I'm not just saying fuck it because I want to fuck her, but because it's just literally, screw it. might as well. In for a penny, in for a mother trucking pound. I've never known what my future would look like. Only that I hope it would include us together with this transformation. I voice my heaviest concern. I'm worried if it goes any farther, it may drive us apart. I can tell that Grace is taken aback. Malcolm, She closes her mouth as if pondering how to respond. Please, tell me. What do you mean, drive us apart? Well, for one thing, it's already difficult for you on land. You keep growing. What if you can't come ashore at all? What if this lock does indeed become too small for you? So far, your changes... Improvements? Very well, your improvements are harmless. Welcome even. But if you're too large to live nearby, how will we live together? I've been trying very hard to be supportive of Grace's experience in living out her new form. I worry now that all of this outpouring of fear may sound like a betrayal. Malcolm, what if your body changed? I'm struck by the change of subject. Like yours? I don't think that's going to happen, Grace. But we don't know that for certain. Bite me! Find out! That's what happened with Jessie. She scratched me and turned me into a freaking wolver. That's a fantasy, not a reality. Your improvements aren't mine. Right, but think about if it were only you changing. I think you'd be jealous. Her light laugh relieves some of the tension. Good Lord, I got that a little too high, didn't it? And I would still love you, and I would do anything I had to do to be with you. I promised you that. I'm all over the idea that she would abandon life on shore to travel the 7 seas with her fish boyfriend. Admittedly, I know she would. So why won't I do the same for her? I know, I believe you. But if you get bigger, we don't exactly know what it would take to be with each other. Grace has her answer already. You'll have your ship. You can follow me wherever I go. I can't, Grace. I can't follow you wherever you go. At best, I can stay close. But is that really being together? It's something I regret saying as soon as the words tumble out of my mouth. They clearly hurt. I've never minced words, Malcolm. You know I can't give you a normal life. Sorry, I know that. And I treasure what we have here and now. I have floating on the water with you and spending time at the beach. I even love all the adventures you take me on, no matter how waterlogged I am afterwards. Grace's stoic facade cracks just a little as she can't quite stifle a giggle. I just don't know what to do. I only know I don't want to lose what we have now. Grace thinks for a moment. I understand, I do, but I don't think you have anything to worry about. If anything changes, improves. Yes, if anything improves, then we'll address it then. I don't want to look toward a future where you're scared of me. I want to enjoy the present, please. I just need some time, a breather. Away from me. No, just away from the excitement. Slower pace. I have to dip my toes into this relationship, so to speak. It's new for me to be so close to someone. I also want to take time to appreciate that. Our new love. Of course, Malcolm. I promise we'd take things at your speed. I'm relieved, but sense a disappointment in her tone. Fuck that shit. Screw it. Just don't worry about what's out of our control. Herein lies the problem. I worry it is in my control, all of it. All of her changes, the improvements, the growth, me losing Grace to the sea. I'll try. That's all I can say. Go on then, get back to your Hazel. I'm sure she's needing you too. I hesitate to leave on this note, so I bring up one more subject. Yeah, I told Agnes about us. Grace makes the happiest grin I could picture. Oh my, what did she say? Does she want to see me swim? Maybe I could tow her around on the boat. This is fantastic, Malcolm. Now I regret saying anything. Grace thinks I told Gran about her improvements. Alas, the lying by omission has caught up with me. Well, you see, I only mentioned we were a couple. Not Mike. She wags her tail, splashing some water up. I shake my head, turning red from embarrassment. Oh well, thank you for at least sharing something with her. I don't think Gran would mind your flippers. She's elderly, is all. One surprise at a time. God, I'm trying to find that perfect camera spot, but I always move the stupid thing. Someday she'll get to see it. Of course. Conversation is dipped back into the uncharted waters that... Son of a biscuit! Oh my god! Now I sincerely believe we both need time to think things over. Grace, I want everything to keep going the way it is. No steps backwards. No steps forward. Just the same, for a while. When I hold her gaze, I finally see us again. Two hearts in love. I don't want this to become a source of contention. I simply want to stop paddling against the current, even if briefly. Anything you want, Malcolm. Oh, Grace. My boo. My bae. By the bay. I don't like those choices Malcolm is making in this one. Just don't like them. After a few lingering kisses, I walk towards home, telling myself nothing will sour between us. But as Grace glides quickly across the locked surface in an opposite direction, I wonder, do I truly believe that? Or is it just wishful thinking? Fishful thinking. New day! Easy now, careful your footing. These stones are loose. Hazel neighs at me as if to say she knows what she's doing and that she hates it. Hey, at least I'm not making you haul a mast. Instead, I've loaded Hazel's cart with a hodgepodge of tools and materials destined to repair the homestead. Truth be told, I've no clue if they'll be useful to repair the ship. Useful or not, they're a peace offering after yesterday's exchange. Repairing this wreck means a lot to Grace, and I'm willing to give it a go, even if I've no idea how to go about it. It may not be farm work, but I'm sure Gran would approve. Fixing any damage between Grace and me would mean more to Agnes than any other menial chore at home. It dawns on me that Grace herself is now my home. It's my duty, our duty, to keep it in good, healthy shape. Has Hazel seen? Alright, that's far enough, girl. Hop off the saddle and situate the reflective vase as to signal Grace, then begin to unload Hazel's cart. It's not long before I see a swirl of eddies coming towards us. Get up with that? When Grace emerges, Hazel's eyes go wide and the horse unleashes a terrified whinny. Easy now, easy now. Oh, Miss Hazel, you remember me, right? My mare eyes Grace skeptically. That must be the first woman she'd laid eyes on larger than she is. But I see her nose twitch and her hackles drop as Grace's familiar kelp scent wafts past. Horse never forgets. That's right, who's a good lass? I'll miss our rides together. Hazel blinks and huffs at her agreement. It hits me again, deep in my gut, that those days of riding together are so far gone. Grace will never be able to wrap her lithe arms around my waist from behind, whispering in my ear to go faster. My days on land are just that, mine alone. Besides, I bet Grace could possibly crush anything she might try to ride. I shudder, but still let my imagination run wild. Yeah, so, how was your daily swim? Fine, had some exploring, found a nice big sponge. That'd be great for scratching some hard-to-reach places. She winks and I feel myself go red. What's new with you? Not much, it's the same old routine. Looking after the herd, after the grand. The odd back-breaking labor thrown in. If it's something close to shore, I can try to help. Much obliged, but I'll keep that in mind. Grace seems amiable enough, but she's been quieter, curter than usual. I'm not sure what to say, and that's making our conversations feel stilted. I fetched some tools for the Kelpie. As I resume unloading, Grace holds up one of the wooden planks I'd brought. What is this? Some nice sturdy oak. Malcolm, you dunderhead, there's nothing wrong with the ship's timbers. It's her deck that needs repairing. That's teak. I blink. Since when do you know so much about hardwood? I can see Grace stifle a laugh. The bowl at home, large one. My mother's grandfather brought it home from Andalusia. We were never to touch it. Father said it was teak and was rarer than gold. I don't think that's entirely true. Didn't matter much for us girls anyway. We'd wear it around the farm like a helmet when we played house. Me? All right, me. I was always the dog or the prisoner of war. The soldier could wear a bowl. The dog could drink out of it. I made good use of that antique. Unsurprisingly, it sounds like Grace got a short end of the stick when playing with her siblings. Grateful to be an only child, I returned the subject at hand. Well, then, what do you suppose one would find teak in Achnacrage? Don't you worry about that just yet. Let's get started pulling up the damaged strakes and take things one step at a time. Strakes? The deck boards, landlubber. Didn't you read any of that book I gave you? I skimmed it. Why don't you take the lead? And take the lead she does. With our project at last underway, Grace, for the most part, falls back into her usual behavior. Quiet and resolute, as if laboring alone is her actual preference. If anything is surprising, it's just how hard-working and thorough she's become. Marion would be proud of Grace's determination, even if it is simply to tow her boyfriend around. Such is our new routine. Every day I arrive to find Grace using her strength to demolish broken pieces. After swift but romantic greetings, I'm always asked to pile up the rubble. We'll have a celebratory bonfire when she's done. I can already smell the roasting mackerel. Ow. God, I love that shot. Just the tail in the water right there. Her horns, her crown. So cool. I love this game bits. Each morning I also spot fresh replacements washed up on shore. I don't ask where they've come from, but I suspect nearby ports may have me missing some materials. Days stretch into weeks, and the Kelpie, its promise of rest and relaxation begin to take shape. Who knew a carefree life would be so much work? Heave! Fashioning a new mast is the most difficult part, but Grace's size makes raising it into place look easy. I see her hard work paying off, not just in tangible accomplishments, but also in her attitude. Since my return home, I've watched Grace grow from a shy and boisterous to finally landing somewhere in between, keeping her isolation while developing a strong sense of self. Every time I talk to her, I know I'm speaking with a shrewd, independent woman, and nothing proves this better than her new side job. After she made good on her promise to keep fishmonger, the arrangement evolved into a loose business relationship. Grace provides fish, and Douglas provides a cut of the sale. Ooh. I'm thankful they've patched things over because ever since Douglas took Marion to the church picnic, the two have become openly making appearances together. There are whispers that they may even be in love. Uh-oh, don't tell that, fuck. JP Green on the Discord. There are whispers about me as well. I've become an idler and a recluse, they natter. A sad, lonely veteran best left alone. Gran works hard to discredit these rumors, even if my absence speaks louder than a few words of an old woman. At least Gran knows I'm in a relationship. Nonetheless, when I return home tired and withered from labor, I suspect she must worry. I tell her not to. My time at the lock is spent in all fashions. One moment is romantic and the next tedious and strenuous. The exercise is mental and as well as physical. Rarely calming, but always invigorating. As the weather warms, the Kelpie begins to look seaworthy. Grace and I alternate between repairing the ship and taking dips to refresh ourselves. I begin to picture this my permanent lifestyle, grueling work mixed with fleeting relaxation. In so many ways it feels real, so very similar to any life on land. Two people in love striving to make a life and home together. Ours is just a different type of fairy tale. Things have stabilized since the early days of Grace's transformation. At first, I welcomed the slower, tranquil pace of our swims and the chance to just be in peace. But as our quiet moment together stretch out, I begin to find something unsettling in the silence, all the words left unsaid. It's been ages since our last disagreement, despite the source of friction never truly being resolved, a subject we've both been avoiding out of the respect to one another. This reticence, I hope I said that right, I wonder if it isn't straining us both. Our conversations begin to feel rote, never straying from topics dull or safe. Each day, each swim with Grace repeats itself. I fill her in on happenings in town, and although I can tell she doesn't always care, she listens. Eyes open, ears up, attentive. In turn, Grace shares her adventures and experiences, which despite my best efforts, I can't really understand. Most times, I'm left confused and envious. Those acts of soaring beneath the water aren't in the cards for me. Never will I encounter the creatures she describes, nor the sensation of gliding through seawater faster than running through the wheat field. It too is a mystery, one I can't solve. Well, most days after we've relayed all and played to exhaustion, Grace dives underwater without a word, only to reappear a few hours later like nothing had happened. I don't begrudge her these brief departures, but as the season draws on, the length of each dive grows noticeably longer. One day, I say my piece. Ooh. It's looking good. Grace, can we talk? I'm still holding a caulking rope as I look to see if she's even around. Then thankfully I hear splashing. Here you go. I was just about to take a break. I'm gonna go soak my scales for a while. I'll soak your scales, baby. When I hear frustration in Grace's voice, I set down the rope and meet her at the waterline. Use a break myself. May I join you? She hesitates and a sinking feeling hits me. I'm not invited. It's alright if you prefer some time to yourself. Is something wrong? Oh no, these big clumsy hands just drive me rage sometimes. She wiggles her webbed fingers and sighs. At this stage the work has become less strenuous and more tedious. Recalking the hull, waterproofing the deck seems replacing the bungs. These finer jobs aren't easy for her, I know. But I suspect something else is at play here. I muster up the courage to ask what's been eating at me for some time now. Grace, where do you go when you disappear? Her enormous body shrinks a little. and I feel already guilty for asking. It wasn't my intent to make her feel ashamed. Well, all sorts of places, really. My old haunts, good fishing grounds. Sometimes I even go outside the loch just for a change of scenery. I suspected as much. The call of the sea is strong. It reminds me of something Alana said at the beginning of this whole affair. Do you think it's an instinct, a side effect of the form? Instinct. Malcolm, you make me sound like a wild beastie. It's not an animal impulse, at least I don't think so. They're just my happy places. A lump forms in my throat. Am I not her happy place? I don't dare to speak it. At least I upset her. She can't mean it that way, can she? You guys, this is not a healthy relationship. I mean, out of all the dating of the other two girls, this is the most unhealthiest relationship. And it's not like it's intentional. It's because they're trying not to upset each other that they're legitimately not talking. And if you can't talk to your partner about what's bothering you out of fear that you'll upset them, then you're really not meant to be together. I mean, yeah, sometimes I keep my mouth shut when I'm upset or I'm irritated or something like that, because it's nobody's business. I don't tell my wife every little thing that goes on in my head, because there's a lot of crazy messed up bag of cats up here. But at the same time, I know she doesn't tell me everything, but at the same time, it's not like we're not saying anything to each other out of fear that will hurt each other's feelings. I know I will hurt her feelings if I say anything stupid, or if I say anything, because I grew up a very blunt person. My honesty is very blunt. I should come with a warning label that says I can either hit you with a bat or I can tell you the truth. And that is pretty much legitimately how I am. That's how I grew up. That's how my entire family is. She understands this, and I've literally made a bunch of her members of her family cry because of the truth I've said. I don't mean to, it just comes out that way. I just have no filter when it comes to telling the truth, but not saying it in a quote-unquote mean way. So I get to where it's like, I just hate talking sometimes, and that's because I'm so brutally honest. I don't mean to be that brutal. It's just the way it is. I tell it how it is. It's a clear-cut thing. It's how I've always been. I love my wife to bits. I love my kids to bits, but I'm not going to mince words. I'm not going to dull it back just because of their people I love. I know I'm an asshole. I know I'm a complete douchebag, but I don't mean to hurt people's feelings about it. It's just how it comes out, and I don't mean for it to come out that way. It just does. So it gets to where I don't want to talk. I don't want to speak my mind because I know I'm going to hurt someone's feelings. And I don't want to hurt their feelings because I love them so damn much. So I understand, but at the same time, not speaking this particular deal, literally, like she said, she's making him think that the way she said it, it does sound like he's not her happy place. It sounds like he is just a chore. He's just there to, keep her in line, to keep her trapped, and that's what she's feeling, and she's not going to say it. And he's feeling like if he does get closer to her, he's going to end up driving her far away. And it's just like, you guys, seriously. Again, I understand why they wrote it this way, because this is the most interesting path I've seen so far. Anyway, I'm going to shut up and we're going to keep on going. Grace must be able to read my pain. Yeah. I wanted it to be a surprise, but I've also been looking for something that can help us. What do you mean? She frowns at her brow, fear and furrows. I start to think she looks guilty, but her words clear up any ambiguity. Have you ever felt awkward when we're together recently? My instinct is to lie, to assure her, but to assure her that I've never felt better with things between us. Anything to get her to stay, to stop taking off. But my gut makes me tell the truth, as always. Yes, but I haven't known what to say about it. Maybe what you're searching for is right here. I want to speak it aloud, but I can't. Sorry, I shouldn't have been leaving you. Please don't ever think I don't want to be with you. You don't need to apologize. I feel like I'm the cause. whole slowing down of our relationship is taking a toll, I know. I reach out to cradle her face. Well, me too. She holds my gaze and allows herself to a small but noticeable smile. Malcolm, I don't need you to get naked to have a good time. She winks. I love it when she winks. She winks, but then frowns again. Serious, I'm here for you. For Malcolm. You know I love you for more than your body. I hope you can say the same. And what a body it is. We both let out laughs so light they disappear in the breeze. It's not just about intimacy. I want that to happen. I think of it all the time. Yeah. Well, it's been like pretty much weeks since they've last done anything, and I can understand how that is. So do I. But that's not what's been bothering me, I promise you. I start to wonder if my silence on the issue has been part of the problem too. I'm still sorry, I haven't been communicating. It's hard with all of this work we're doing. Then not having anything new to share with you, no adventures around the corner. How do I remind Grace that my life revolves around her? Everything I'm doing now is to ensure that I'll be by her side. Perhaps not yet, but soon. But you're giving up so much for me, for us. My heart has grown tenfold just from knowing you, Malcolm. Not literally. So why do you take off every day? Why do you leave without saying a word? Are you afraid I'll be hurt or upset, or so upset that you need a break? Honestly, it's your secrecy that's hurting me. There, I said it. I'm hurt. Hurt that she can't share a huge part of her life with me. God damn it! I apologize, Malcolm. I just didn't think you would understand. You need time alone. It's normal. I do too. But it won't work with us if you're not willing to open up more. Talk to me. Malcolm, this whole time we've been working, toiling at something that will take you away from your responsibilities, our families, even. It's a constant reminder that I'm different. I always have been. Now, even more. I'm doing my best to keep my hands off you, trying to distance myself. Shouldn't have to. Trying to distract myself with what I've always done to cope with when I'm anxious. You're isolated. This sounds like the Grace I remember. Yes. She hangs her head, but only for a moment. But I've also been thinking, I want to help. I want to take you away on our own adventures and not have you fretting over anything you've left behind. And not just you. I want to help my sisters, to help Agnes. She starts backing up into the water. I know a way, but I'm scared to tell you. I don't want to let you down. Tell me what? You needn't worry about disappointing me. In fact, Grace is confident. Cagey behavior leads me to believe it's not disappointment she's worried about, but disapproval. She's already begun to swim off as she normally does in the afternoon. So much for getting her to open up. She's backpedaling, or rather backstroking. It'll take me a few days, Malcolm, but I'll be back with a solution. I promise. Watch for the beacon. Take a break from the ship. I scream out to her. Days? Trust me, Malcolm. Everything will be better. For all of us. I love you too. I love you. Start to reply in turn, but she's gone. Back underwater, swimming out always at full speed and leaving me lost and confused. What began as an apology and olive branch to repair any damage developing as we remained reticent is turning into her abandoning me, rushing off into the unknown. Unknown to me, at least. Grace has a plan. As the man who loves her the most, I should trust her. I want to trust her. I don't want to believe anymore. Like I said, you have to have trust both ways. I trust Grace. Because, well, one, even if I was in a relationship with a big, tall, beautiful fish lady, you know, then at least I would have her back and I would trust her. She said she had a, whoopsies. Everything's still going? Okay. I bumped the mic. I was making sure my audio is still recording. But yeah, it's like, you have to have that relationship go back and forth. It's a give and take type of thing in any relationship. A lot of people that watch my videos know this. Like I say, it's like you have to trust that she'll be back. I mean, I trust my wife. She does take off, once every month or so, like that. I mean, with the ice and stuff like that, it put her off. She's actually took off to go see her sister this weekend, this today. Woo! So kids are taking a nap, so I'm doing a quick recording session in before they get up from nap. But I give her hell about it, but she knows I really don't mind. I know she's gonna be back. But it just bugs me because at first she used to always say like, if you want to come, just let me know. And I'm like, okay, well now it's literally barred. Me and the kids can't go no more. All of a sudden, and it's like, I want to go shopping out there too. I want to go look around cool stores. I want to go check out some places. I want to see stuff. But it's fine because I'm looking up into some conventions lately, and as soon as I know more, I will let you guys know as well. We are going to be going to a convention as a family. I've got 2 days left on my vacation time, I believe, or 2 or 3 days, and I'm going to use 2 of them for the Friday and Monday because the convention usually lasts all weekend. So be looking forward to after income tax season is done, probably sometime in March, after maybe March or April sometime. Then we will be coming to the nearest convention in Texas. We're going to start just in-state. We're not going to go to anything out-of-state yet because, again, funds are tricky and stuff like that. But you guys will be seeing Blitz version 1 at some sort of convention. I'll let you guys know which one it is, whether it be an anime-related or a furry-related. There's 2 coming up, one a furry convention, one an anime convention. Both are in Texas, and I just got to look at the dates again. I can't remember the dates at the moment, and I got to find it again because it's not. I changed phones in the process. But yeah, we're gonna get back to the game now. Why can't we just have an open conversation? What is she hiding? All right, and I'm back. I accidentally stopped the audio recording when I hit space. All right. Okay, there we go. As I watch the waters wake that she has left behind, my heart sinks deeper and deeper. And it's not like she's cheating on you with a whale. Well, that would make sense though. Whoa! Oh yeah, days. That's right. Is this the first time they cycled more than one day? And one ding doom diddly doo. Hey Hazel. Hey Agnes. Oh well, Malcolm. You seem distracted. As I help Gran down from the horse-drawn cart, I have to pull my eyes away from the lock. I'm fine, Gran. You were talking about Robina's boys? Yes, scoundrels, the both of them. Maggie teaches Specs that they're the ones that the cows, rolling the cows over in the lashes at the fields at night. The drone of Gran's gossip resumes, filling my ears as it has the whole way back from the market. As I start to unload our purchases, my gaze drifts back to the coast. Okay, now I'm done being a robot. I told myself I wouldn't dwell on it, but I still can't help but wonder when, or increasingly, if Grace will return. Almost a week has passed and there's still no sign of her. I can't shake the feeling that even if she hasn't left me for good, there's a bad reason, she's not home yet. Maggie and the rest of the Whist Guild are so glad to see you coming to town again. They were worried about you. It's a matter of courtesy. Gran often disguises her own worries as misgivings of others. There was never any need to worry. Once I finished repairing the ship, I would be free to make appearances in town more often. In order to satisfy Gran's growing concern, I had decided to share another part of what has been keeping me busy all this time, fixing the Kelpie. Part of me wonders if I ought to not have taken a break, as Grace suggested, but with her gone, losing myself back into repair work has been a welcome distraction. I wish you had told me about your sailboat sooner. How your grandfather, his big old Dickens, loved to go out on the loch. He would have been so proud to see you now. She keeps turning southern. Save the praise until after the maiden voyage. It's been long since those days. I may not remember how to sail. Oh, you'll do just fine. Once you got your sea legs, maybe you can take Grace for a cruise. You know how much she loves the water. And not do I ever. Say, when are you planning to bring her by for dinner? I never get to peep out of you. Even Marion has been quiet about her sisters of late. Turn toward the empty lock and answer as honest as possible. Well, you know Grace. She can be quiet, solitary. Oh, there it is. A flash catches my eye. A glint coming from the shore. Could it be? Too solitary for her own good, if you ask me. I miss the days when she would run over and tell your grandfather a new joke she'd heard. Always a scamp, that one. That was when I was away. Aye, I saw her more than Mary and Jessie. Jessie too, but I suppose that was the beginning of everything. Years ago now. So hard to imagine where the time has gone. Oh, shit. Your grandfather loved that girl. I paused, my focus split between listening to Gran's nostalgia and watching for another blink of light. And you love her too? Of course, but I don't like her seclusion. I want to see more of her, of her together. And she needs to help poor Marion with the farm work, but build some muscle on that tiny frame of hers. Grace is just going through a lot right now. We all are, but there it goes. There, it flashes again. The beacon. It must be her. But you know what? I think everything will turn out just fine. Of course it will. We have each other, and you have... Oh, goodness. My tight embrace catches Gran off guard. Here, dear Gran. I'll be right back. I just need to go check on the ship. Malcolm, what's gotten into you? What about the groceries? And Hazel still hitched to the cart. I stop myself before I run down the hill. Ah, yes. Hastily fiddling at Hazel's fasteners, I silently remind myself I've waited for this moment. I can't wait a tiny bit longer. I need a blow! Oh, Jesus. My heart races and my body sweats head to toe when I finally reach the shore. Enough. The glass vase is perched atop the beacon. There she is! Malcolm, there you are. Did you miss me? Oh, you have no fucking idea. Come on, quick, let's do this. Get down. Get down now. I stare at the pointy deer mischief maker I call my girlfriend. She looks the same, unharmed, joy-filled. I don't know whether to jump into Grace's arms and admonish her for leaving so abruptly. Of course I missed you. You left me out to dry. Well, I know you prefer to be dry after all. Hey, I missed you too. Grace grins and opens her arms. I can't be mad at her. My heart yearns for her, and even in her most impetuous state, I enter her embrace, inhaling the salt. Our mouths find each other, and we kiss as if she's been overseas for months. It certainly felt like it. Just tell me where you're going next time. If I knew for certain, I'd have told you. I was out searching, looking for a wreck. Another wreck? Grace, there's still work to do on this one. Not that kind of wreck. More like the type you read about in kids' books. Oh. Treasure! Sturdy Graham. Uh-oh. Mexico safe. Grace winks and guides me to the shoreline where I find a wet wooden crate. I blink. She seems very proud of herself. What is this? Another collection of your knickknacks. Why don't you open it and see? I kneel in front of the chest and see a writing on that appears to be in German. A claw-marked lock has been opened by brute force. Trembling, I open the lid. Oh my god! I don't believe it. Grace squeals with delight, a sound I'd never expect could come from such a huge body. You'd best believe it, Malcolm. We're rich. Sunken treasure. I thought this sort of thing was more of a myth than reality. And again, I'm talking to someone who looks like she swam out of Legends of old. You don't do the nasty with her after she got gold. You got issues, Malcolm. I've told you before, you wouldn't believe how much stuff ends up at the seafloor. These gems weren't easy to find, though. I don't doubt it. It must have been like searching for a needle in a haystack. This chest, though, it doesn't look that old. Do you think whoever this gold belongs to will want it back? I think no one needs to know. What's lost at sea belongs to the sea. To me. Grace, I don't think this works like that. It's alright, I found this chest on a submarine. Again, that's more modern! She beams as if that explains that explains everything. And? Malcolm, think. Submarines don't just go around carrying bars of gold willy-nilly. This is a clandestine gold. I bet money. A whole treasure's worth that it's on no one's ledgers. Look. Yeah, there's no stamps on it. Oh yeah, there is. Has Grace been reading spy novels? She lifts a heavy bar with ease, turning it over and reveal a stamp that reads, yeah, I'm not even gonna attempt that. Kaiserreich? Oh no, is it Nazi gold? Alright, I'll admit that Kaiser is no portion to ask for his gold back. But we still can't just pay for whiskey and pasties. And pasties? Is that supposed to be pastries? I'm thinking pasties. I'm seeing Grace with nipple pasties all of a sudden, and that's... I can get behind that. No matter how much I'd love to see Balgar's face if he tried. Don't worry, I can melt the gold down with my fire breath. My jaw is about to hit the beach. You want to fire? Of course not, silly. I'm not a dragon. Stop focusing on the details and look at the big picture. My sisters, your grand, they'll be set for life, as are we. The gold is our ticket to freedom. This just got so fucking deep, so freaking fast. Thing is happening far too fast, just how Grace likes it. Grace, what do you mean by freedom? Malcolm, don't you remember how it was right before I left? How it felt like something was missing? Something wasn't right between us. Then this will solve it. How, Grace? We can't buy happiness. No, but we can buy privacy, time alone, time to reconnect. I can take you away with me. We'll find a quiet place all our own, just you, me, and the sea. Once again, the sea vies for my time with this woman. I'm not sure relocating would solve everything. And anyway, I don't want to take care of Grant. We've been over this, Grace. You and I just can't just run away together. Make it sound like a crime. I'm talking about a vacation. It doesn't have to be forever. Once you see the open seas, you'll fall in love with it. I don't remind her I've crossed the open seas before. The circumstances were hardly similar. To the West Indies. Oh, not bad. Grace reaches into her blouse and produces a soggy brochure for the West Indies from her cash. It's possible. Together, think of the think of the relaxing we can do. She leans toward me, alluringly pouty, and I have to shift my trousers a bit. This one is a schemer, all right. Again, you guys give me the weirdest choices for... I don't want to fuck this up, but I have a feeling this is when I'll actually fuck up. I mean, because really, the money could really help. Realistically, the world is legitimately... This is how our world works, and this is what pisses me off about the world. Oh my god, this episode's been really philosophical. Anyway, one of the reasons why I really hate money, I hate money with a fucking passion, is because you can't do anything without having to have fucking money. And that really sucks. You can't go on a vacation with someone, you can't go out to the store, you can't do anything without having some sort of stupid currency. Whatever happened to the good old days where we all lived off of each other, we tried the barter system and we traded with one another. And yeah, I get it. We have all these commodities, electricity, internet, YouTube, all this stuff. But at the same time, do we really need any of it? I know it's a stupid thing for someone who wants to be a full-time YouTuber to talk about that. But at the same time, it's all just commodities. It's all just extra stuff. We don't need to live a happy life. Money can't buy happiness, but it can help. Maybe money can buy happiness. Perhaps Grace is right. A change of scenery could help us both, especially in such tropical location. It would feel like the lap of luxury. But, oh grande. Grace's eyes grow larger. Do you want to go? I didn't say... Yes! Oh, that's awesome! She's already scooped me up, kissing me with abandon. Truth be told, I long to kiss her more passionately, to assure her she's more desirous than ever. But I had been the one to tell her we need to halt our intimacy to avoid any risk of her growing larger. Every day I want to break that promise, but I haven't, out of fear. This voyage of Grace's, I don't see how it will solve my dilemma, but I see the toothy grin spread across Grace's face, and I know she is happy. The happiest I've seen her in a long while. And I can't say no to her. Alright, let's leave behind our worries for a while. That's the spirit. Each worry is just another ballast stone weighing you down. It's high time we lighten the load and sail away. Must everything be nautical metaphor with you? That's what you get when your best friend is a sea creature. No matter the metaphor, my sea creature is right. I need to break a real one. One with the woman I love. I'm sick of letting my life slip up here in this village. Even if I have no idea as to the consequences of leaving. Oh my god, my back itches. The glint of gold catches my eye and I let myself relax in Grace's arms. I'm sure everything will work itself out. Exactly! I know something's gonna frickin' happen. Because obviously it's probably Nazi gold. So obviously something is gonna happen. It's probably gonna be in the next part, but I know something's gonna happen. I pack quietly over several days in the still of night. Grace and I tackle what is left to refurbish the ship and stock it for a long voyage. The gold we move into safekeeping. It turns out converting treasure into spending money is difficult, but not insurmountable. After a few vague inquiries at the Stag and Nanny, Bulgaria deduces that I'm not only know about Grace's changes, but that I'm also planning to leave town with her. Given that Bulgaria already knows so much, it's an easy decision to invite my confidant into our little cabal and our scheme. Over a co-conspiratorial brew, he shares a tale of his Boer War days, serving with a man who believes in a oh my god, you guys are killing me. Glastig was destined to be his wife. I listen curiously, unsure of the significance. Eventually, Bulgaria divulges that yes, he has a contact who can help. He doesn't confirm that this is the fellow infatuated with the Glastic, and will only say it's a friend. I'm promised the gold bars will magically turn into currency in no time, and I know better than to ask more. I only ask that he uses his cut of the treasure to discreetly and not to turn the Stag and Nanny into the gaudiest pub in Scotland. On that, he offers no promises. But he does assure me that Gran and the MacLeods will receive their fair share while we're away, and that he will check in on them regularly. Oh, and we all get free drinks for life. Hell yeah, free drinks for life. Fuck yeah, sign me up, dude. It's a promise he may regret now that Grace quite literally drinks like a fish. I wonder what Jessie would have made of all this had she stayed working at the Stag and Nanny. She's in for quite a surprise should she return. The thought of Jessie coming home to more riches than she sought out brings a smile to my face. All of this thanks to her quiet, unsuspecting little sister. Marion takes the news of our departure hard, as we knew she would. Grace shares that she and her sister had a heart-to-heart by the lock one night. When Marion came to after fainting once more at the sight of Grace's newest changes, I'm told she reluctantly agreed it would be best for Grace if Grace left before their father returned home. What else was said? I don't know. But Grace is hesitant to share more. I only hope that the sudden windfall is some recompense for the ordeal Marion has been through. With the majority of the preparations taken care of, all that remains is the thing I've been dreading the most, addressing the grand situation. Ouch. Oh, hi, Marion. So let me get this straight. You and Grace are leaving to find Owen McLeod, so that you can ask the odd numpty for his daughter's hand in marriage? Yes, exactly that. So much for telling the truth. Unable to meet Grant's squinting gaze, I turned to Marion for backup. You needn't fret, Agnes. I'll stay with you a while. They're away. Douglas and I will take good care of you. Marion knows the real story, but it's fine with keeping this one mum. Even she agrees that this is the type of situation that is best left away from Gran's ear. And the fact she's willing to watch Gran while we're gone, sometimes I wonder if Marion is an angel we don't deserve. Where will you find Owen? Why can't you just wait until he returns? Why can't you just ask for forgiveness rather than permission? We've received letters, Agnes. They're heading to Glasgow to meet him when he arrives. Marion is a remarkable liar when she wants to be. I'm glad she's on our side. And that takes weeks. We just don't have an exact date. Father will be happy to see them and have company on his return to Auchterarder. And there's a lot to see in the city. I hear they have a jazz club now. As I nervously sip tea, I give Marion a look to indicate she can cut back on the tale now. I just don't understand. And where on earth is Grace? I haven't seen her in so long. Is she avoiding me? Is she showing? Oh my God. Oh. Tea sputters from my mouth as I choke. So Gran thinks Grace is with child, and that's why we're rushing down the aisle. As amazing as we've been, I guess I can't blame her for drawing that conclusion. But I don't have any motivation to introduce Gran to her faux future granddaughter. She's showing in the world, Gran. I'm excited to travel under better circumstances. Bring her over before you leave. I want to give her a hug. To our best. She's been very... Stop with the white lies. If she doesn't want to see me, that's her decision. I can't tell Gran that it's Grace we don't want her to see. She's nervous about the trip. Seeing you will only make her cry, Gran. Lies heaped upon lies! I can't keep lying forever, but that is a problem for another day. Again, that's such a bad decision. In the others, she was completely supportive. Well, I don't think in the other one she knew. Did she know about Jesse? I know she knew about Marion. And she was fine with it. Did she know about... I can't remember. God, it's been so damn long. Trust me, when this game is full-blown released, I will play through the whole thing again. I've been contemplating doing a lot of it, turning the adult stuff off and doing it in a stream or something like that, but I haven't fully decided because it gives you guys a reason to play the game. Like a lot of people who promote games, if you guys want different outcomes and stuff like that, it's totally worth the money to get this game. The link to it, the itch page is in the description down below. Feel free to chop by, go check out Little Napoleon stuff, and try the game out yourself. it's amazing. The choices are awesome. I mean, yeah, some of his choices that I can't control down this path have been a little teetery, but it makes sense with the terrain that it's on. That sounds weird, but that's just what I think. I'd best head home to finish packing. Douglas will help me bring my bags over. And he'll watch over your home? Yes, he'll be by from time to time too. He loves a good game of whist. Thank goodness for Douglas. Perhaps he can be the better grandson and take over what I've failed to do these past few months. Oh, that boy, such a darling. He sure is great. The flatness of my tone thankfully goes unnoticed. It'll be a lovely time. We'll bake so many treats. Malcolm and Grace will mistake your home for a pastry shop when they return. Oh, Lord, don't encourage my sweet tooth. Aww. As she scoops Gran into a hug, Marion casts a sympathetic glance from the old mare's shoulder. She, as much as anyone, knows how hard it is to when family members go their separate ways. And she's crying. Marion, don't cry. We'll be back someday. You'll be in good hands. I'll see you very soon, Agnes. Oh my god, the door closes and Gran and I are left alone. Take a deep breath and hold her bird-like hands in my own. Glad I'll be back. It's an unexpected trip. It's one you need to take. Stay as long as you like. Write me a letter if you have time. I only wish I had the money to buy you a brownie. What? What? A brownie? The American camera. Oh! Could've just said a camera. Aha! Maybe I'll be able to take pictures. You never know. Please do, if you can. Take me on adventures from the security of my armchair, Malcolm. She laughs and I squeeze her hands tightly, warming them in mine. Would you like me to get you a gift? Malcolm, you are my gift. Just return in one piece. I need you. I keep going southern. Gosh darn it. I choke up hearing her admit this. I can stay, Gran. Just give me the word. No, you can't. I only meant to say I need you to tell me when the wedding is happening. You need to begin your new life with your bride. Gran, we're not married yet. No, but she's your person. My fish person. Treat her like a queen she is. You have to love your wife just a little bit more than she loves you. That's what makes the relationship work. Did I just say all that? Kinda? In different text? In different paraphrasing? Blah! I had the fucking shit again. God dang it. Gran, you are wise beyond your years. I'll miss you every day. I'm not dead, Malcolm. I'll see you as soon as you return. Gran and I embrace among the steady stream of tears. It will be a hard goodbye, but I remind myself I'll just be on holiday. And I've got big things ahead of me. All right. Hoot, 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 hoot. And on that sunny day note, I'm going to end this episode here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed my philosophy telling randomness, feel free to leave a comment in the description in the comments down below. Oh, it's Gran snoring. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this episode of Changeling Tale. I know it's been a roller coaster of emotion, and these two are a chaos made in heaven, I guess. I don't know. Like I say, out of all the dateable paths, Jesse is still one of my favorites. Again, I know I'm biased. My persona is a Vulpus. It's technically canid, but and Marion was, but these two are definitely tied for second. I did like Marion's paths really well. They're really good, and of course, hers was the first one that got fully finished. There's the second one that got fully finished. Oldest, second born. Youngest. Ha! I see what you guys did there. Real clever. I don't know if they did that unintentionally. But that is going to do it for this episode of Changeling Tale. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you want to like the video, but you don't want to hit the like button because you think, oh, if people see I'm watching furry stuff, they're going to think I'm a furry and I'm a trash and blah, 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 blah. Just open up and be yourself. Who cares? If you like yourself, then it doesn't matter what people think of you. I don't fucking care. I don't care. It does not matter. If you like the video, I just appreciate if you guys like the video. It's hard work doing this stuff, and I want to do it full time. And you guys hitting that thumbs up button helps the algorithm see that these are getting likes and the people actually like it. I know I'm one of the, I think there's like 4 or 5 others besides me doing Changeling Tale videos. So, I mean, there's probably more, but I just enjoy looking up Changeling Tale and seeing I'm like one of the top few deals that pop up with it. It's really exciting. But that is going to do it for this. And like I say, check out the itch page. Check out the, that's also coming to Steam soon. I don't know when it's going to come out on Steam. Maybe when it comes out to Steam, I'll do a Steam playthrough of it. I don't know yet. We're giving it time to simmer. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, see you in the next one. Hey, and peace. Watch out.